Good morning, class. Today is Monday, June 1st. We made it all the way till June. June is a new month for us. Yesterday was the last day of May, and June comes after May. So we are in the month of June now, June 1st. I hope you all had a great weekend. We are going to continue talking about balls a little bit, but we're going to go more into talking about three-dimensional shapes, 3D shapes. Some of you might have heard of 3D shapes. 3D stands for three-dimensional. I'm going to go over some of them with you now, and then during the week we will focus on one a day and we will talk about it, find things in our home, talk about more real life objects that are three-dimensional. So it's going to be a fun week talking about 3D shapes. Some that I want to go over with you, you've probably heard of these shapes before. One that we have spoke about a little bit is a sphere. A sphere is a three-dimensional shape. Now, how do you know that something is three-dimensional? When something is three-dimensional, it has sides, a length, a width, and a height. Okay? Those can all be measured, and that makes something three-dimensional. So a sphere is three-dimensional. We've been talking about this with balls. It's a big circle. So if it was flat, just a flat circle, like a paper plate, that would not be three-dimensional. So sphere is our first one. Another shape that is three-dimensional. Does anyone know what that is? That is a pyramid shape. So it has a point on top. The base is a square, and then it goes up to a point. There's different sides, and that is a pyramid. Another three-dimensional shape. This is something you might see in your cabinet a lot. What does this look like to you? Some of the canned vegetables or soup cans are this shape, right? We talked about that during the recycling unit. This is called a cylinder. I have a little cylinder block here. So it has a base, it has sides, and it is round all the way around. This is a cylinder. It looks like a can. It has one curved big side, and the base is the same size as the top, and they are flat on the ends. That is what a cylinder looks like. Another three-dimensional shape is a cube. I'll show you the difference. So this is what a cube looks like. This is my little block. There are all different sides on a cube, and you can see that it is three-dimensional because there's a length, a width, a height. It could be measured. And that is what a cube looks like. Now, what is this? It's a square, right? Just a square. Now look at the difference between a square and a cube. Do you see the difference? Do you see that this one has all those different sides and it's three-dimensional? This one is not three-dimensional. It is flat. So this is just a square. When a square becomes three-dimensional, it is then called a cube. So you can see the difference between these two here. Another one is called a rectangular prism. I have a little block that looks like a rectangular prism here. See that? It's like a cube, okay, same shape, but it's a rectangle. That's why we call it a rectangular prism. This is a rectangle because it's longer. 2 of the sides make it longer. Square, cube, okay, rectangular prism. So we have a cube and a rectangular prism. And you can see that they are both 3-dimensional. Another one is a triangular prism. Triangular prism. I have one here. It's my triangular block. And you can see the top and bottom, it's not quite the same as this picture, are both a triangle, and then it goes long ways down the center, and there are different sides. So those are just some of the 3D shapes we are going to talk about this week. I want you to pay attention when you're at home. Maybe you will find some of these shapes around your house, like the vegetable can for a cylinder, right? So be on the lookout for those 3-dimensional shapes, because I think you're going to find quite a few. And for our morning center activity, we are going to do a fun worksheet, and it's called 3D Shapes to Life. You are going to put your name first and last on the top line, and then you're going to draw a line to the matching shape or item that you will find in real life. So the sphere is a circle, right? And what can we find on this side that's also a sphere? I don't want to give it away, but you'll draw a line to that object on this side of the paper. So have fun with this, and I will see you all this afternoon for religion. Bye, guys.